I think the only person I have more confidence in walking up to the plate than Jinwon Bae is Greg freaking Jones. What is up, boys? Welcome to the Wisco Boys YouTube channel. My name is Bryce. I'm your host, and today we're going to be talking about what do the Brewers need to be October ready. We are coming off a 3-game sweep against three games getting swept by the Padres, and it's kind of a low point right now in the season for us Brewers fans, kind of feeling the weight of the Cubs catching up on us. I think they're only 3 games behind us now, and the Dodgers catching up as well, coming into a 4-game series against the Dodgers. So it is definitely high pressure right now in the Milwaukee camp. But today we're going to be talking about what can we do to turn this team around, and more specifically, how can we be ready when October rolls around, when these games really matter. I don't think any of us are really questioning whether or not the Brewers are going to make the postseason. There might be some questioning as to whether or not they will enter in that 1 or 2 seed, or maybe with how hot the Cubs have been, and how kind of the Brewers have been in this slump now. Maybe we even potentially have to play in those wild card rounds, but we will see. For me, there's really one big question hanging over the team, though. Will this offense be able to produce when October comes? And so we are going to be getting to that and much more on Wisco Boys. Please subscribe. I think the biggest question on Brewer fans' minds is, will this offense be able to produce? So that is the first thing we're going to be talking about today. The biggest concern right now is, why are we not getting runs? Why are we leaving so many people stranded on base? And so I kind of wanted to step through the roster, just highlight a few things and talk about what are we doing well, what players need to step up and start producing, and what would it take for us to be ready for October in terms of this offense. So I want to start with Jackson Chourio. He's recently been on a hot streak, which has been really encouraging. Just pulling up his July versus August stats here. With 105 at-bats in the month of July, he was batting .229. Definitely not what we would expect from Jackson Chourio. OPS of 588. But he has definitely turned that around in the month of August. Very, very encouraging with 42 at-bats. He is batting .286 and also 4 homers. I mean, compared to the month of July, where he only had 1 homer in the entire month of July, 105 at-bats. Now with 42 at-bats, coming up with 4 home runs, batting average of .286. So that is definitely encouraging to see from Jackson Chourio. This is the type of production that we would expect to see from him, and we would kind of need from him going into October if we want to compete as a team. It is definitely encouraging to see that he is kind of leaving a little bit of a slump he was in there. But this team cannot be carried on the shoulders of Jackson Chourio, and that's been demonstrated in these last few games. These last few weeks, this offense has just not been producing. There's a few other people that are contributing alongside of him. One person I wanted to give a shout out to is Jake Bauers. I just feel like he's been very consistent throughout this entire season. 2 homers in the month of August. He's kind of the guy I go to when I think of a power bat, consistent home run production, 4 home runs in July, and overall the home run leader this season for the Brewers thus far. But I wanted to give him a shout out. I feel like he's just been a really consistent, solid producer on this offense. So shout out to him. But we definitely have a few players that have been a little lackluster. Not that the entire season has been like that, but definitely not quite at the production that I am hoping for as a fan of this team. And so if we just pull up the depth chart here and the statistics, a few players I wanted to highlight. Garrett Mitchell, he has definitely been producing this year. But if we specifically, and I probably should have prepared this ahead of time, but if we specifically go to the month of August, where is he? Garrett Mitchell. He's hitting 108 with 37 at-bats. And that's just an example of how a really solid player not stepping up, not producing, is really just bogging down this offense. And he is by no means alone. Yelly with 33 at-bats, batting 152. And then Wild Bill, this one's really shocking, 128 in 39 at-bats. Definitely not the production that we are looking for. And it really makes sense why this team is kind of in a slump right now. So there's a few guys that are producing, but definitely plenty that are kind of struggling at the moment. And then one other person I want to take a quick look at was Bryce Terang. He's somebody that he's kind of been a little confusing because, I mean, he's batting almost 250, but I just haven't had much confidence in him as of late. I know both in the Twins series as well as the Padres series, Chiriot had been intentionally walked so the pitcher could instead face Bryce Terang, and usually that wouldn't make any sense at all. You wouldn't want to skip on Chiriot to move to Terang, but with how Terang has been hitting, when he goes up there, I don't have the most confidence in him. I don't know what it has been recently. I mean, I guess he's hitting 250. It's not horrible. Definitely not as bad as some of these other guys, but I don't know. I just wanted to highlight that as well. I feel like Terang is not producing to the level in which I think he's capable of either. But kind of moral of the story here, some of these veterans just need to get out of this slump. Slumps happen, it makes sense, but it's definitely a discouraging time of the season for the fans when it feels like you have even some really great pitching performances from the crew. Dustin May yesterday had an amazing day, pitched to the 8th, really great game, but the Brewers only put up 2 runs on the board, and that's not going to be enough to win the game regularly. And that's just not fair to ask of the pitching staff to go and win that game when the offense isn't contributing much. Another thing I want to talk about is the injuries on the team. Obviously, we have a lot that's bogging us down right now. As I joked about in the intro, when you're putting guys on base like Jiwan Bay, Greg Jones-esque players, I can't have confidence in this lineup. It just feels like your Sunday lineup. It's guys like that go up to bat, and it's definitely tough to have confidence when your lineup has some of the people that it does. It's hard to have confidence that these guys are gonna come away with 3, 4, 5, 6 run games. And injuries has definitely played a huge factor into that. Sal Frelick has been out now for a few weeks. I think he's going to be back maybe in this Dodgers series. If not, maybe after the Dodgers series. He was out, I believe, with a shoulder. Don't quote me on that. I'd have to double check. But he should be back soon. Hopefully when he returns, though, he can start increasing his production. Batting 236 on the season. He had a pretty rough month of July, which was when he played last. So I'm hoping he can turn it around, start getting hot in the remainder of the month, going into September, and prepping for the month of October. But we have a few other injuries too. Another one I wanted to point out was Cooper Pratt. I have been very, very happy with Cooper Pratt this season. I feel like we've got an amazing contribution from him. I know he's struggling with that hamstring injury right now. It seems optimistic. I mean, he's going to be out to the end of the month. Maybe that's longer than some of you would have hoped. I know with hamstrings, everything, you hear there's a hamstring, you start looking at other players with similar injuries, you get all worried. I'm fine. He comes back late August. Hopefully can, throughout the month of September, get ready. Because I think young guys like Cooper Pratt, Luis Laura, we need those guys contributing in this offense if we're going to do well in October. Speaking of the young talent and Luis Laura, he has been absolutely incredible with his defensive contribution over the past few weeks. Just the speed, the athleticism, some of these outfield catches he's been making. Some of them are terrifying when he lunges his entire body into the posts in the outfield. I thought brother died after that one game-saving play. That was definitely very concerning, but good to see him. He's young, get back up and keep playing. Hopefully no lasting injuries or bruising or whatever it might be. Seems like he's fine. I feel like he could probably get the bat going a little more. We'll see if that happens or not. For a while there, he was, some good production on offense, but definitely you can't count out all the defensive plays he's been making, definitely contributing to the team in that respects. Definitely hoping he can get the bat moving as well. And I wanted to take a minute to talk about just this team in general. I feel like we have kind of lost what makes us so good, which is kind of that small ball Brewer baseball. I don't think that this Brewers lineup needs to have, 30 home run hitters on the lineup. I think kind of our bread and butter and why we've been good for as long as we have is we get guys on base, we advance the runners, we steal bases, productive outs, and we put pressure on the defense, and then we bring those guys in with base hits. Obviously, the home runs are there. The home runs will help as well. If anything, the home runs are that's really all the offense has been over the last few series, it feels like, and it hasn't been enough. I don't think that's how we're going to win games. I think we need to go back to kind of the small ball offense that we're good at, that we have been winning with. I think if we can get that rolling, we will definitely be a contender in this postseason. I don't think October is about necessarily turning the team into a power hitting offense. I think it's about making sure we still have ways to score, even if the home runs aren't coming. And the reason I'm spending so much time talking about the offense in a video focused on what this team needs to do to get ready for October is because I actually feel pretty dang good about the other side of the ball. So I want to talk a little bit about the starting rotation entering October, the starting pitching rotation, talk about who I trust, what do I think our starting five might look like if we do end up going into the postseason with a starting five. Who do I trust? Who do I want on the mound? And I think the best place to start is the most obvious choice, Jacob Misiorowski. This guy has been lights out. He, rightfully so, has been the talk of the league the entire MLB season. All of the headlines. He has just been absolutely incredible. And unless something goes very south, most likely will receive the NL Cy Young Award as well. We must win game. Who do I want on the mound? Absolutely Jacob Misiorowski. I think he's the best pitcher in the league. I think he is unbelievably talented and a must-have player for this October pitching lineup. So that's definitely the first guy. Second guy, Kyle Harrison. Post injury, a couple rough pitching performances. Do I think that it's going to continue that way? Not necessarily. I think he's very talented. I think the first part of the season, I think he was at one point, somewhere like 8, 9, 10 in Cy Young voting for odds. He's been great this year. He's definitely been, putting up great pitching performances for the Brewers. I think he is also somebody that we really need to step up in the postseason if we want to get anywhere. And I believe he's going to do that for us. I have a lot of confidence in Kyle Harrison. Another guy that we just acquired right before the trade deadline is Dustin May. What a great start he has had in Milwaukee with his first two pitching performances. Just looking alone at the game he just played against the Padres, 8 innings. I don't know if that second run was counted to him or not, so either 1 earned run or 2, but what a performance that he has had so far in these first 2 games, especially with how stressed the bullpen has been. One of the reasons we weren't able to put Uribe out closing last night is because he's just been pitching too much. Our starters haven't. There's been a few games where we've been too reliant on the bullpen. So Dustin May, with a 7-inning game and then an 8-inning game, he's been amazing. And if he continues on the route that he's been going so far, I think he's definitely gonna make this starting rotation. I have no doubt in my mind. But I think he's gonna contribute really well to this pitching roster going into the postseason. So I think we're going to need a guy like Dustin May. And then there's 3 other guys I wanted to talk about: Logan Henderson, Robert Gasser, and Shane Drohan. Logan Henderson has been having a great year. Honestly, all 3 of these guys have been having pretty solid years. But out of the 3 of those, if I'm taking 2 of them into the postseason as in the starting rotation, I'm taking Logan Henderson and Shane Drohan. Obviously, a few rough games here and there for all 3 of these pitchers, but lately Logan Henderson's been pretty solid. Drohan as well. Gasser with a really rough performance the other night. Whenever Gasser's pitching, I feel like it either goes really, really well or really, really roughly. And for that reason, I just get very nervous when he's pitching. Obviously, I feel like any of these 3 can make that starting 5, but I guess we'll see what happens in the next month and a half before postseason. My money, though, if we're entering with a starting 5, it has The Miz, Harrison, Dustin May, Henderson, and Drohan. So that's who I'm taking with me. So what do the Brewers need to be October ready? For me, it's not really that complicated. The pitching is there. The defense is there. This roster is very, very talented. I just need to see the offense improve moving forward. I don't think this is a team that just makes the playoffs. I think it's a team that can make a legitimate run. Yes, I think we are World Series contenders still, even in the doom and gloom recently. That has been this slump, but ultimately, let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments. How confident are you that this team is going to be October ready? And let me know what you guys think the starting pitching rotation might look like. Also, feel free to like, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching the video. Like I said, the comments mean so much to me, so feel free to engage down below. But thank you for watching this edition of Wisco Boys. See you next time.